Okay, so this is a new PRS-300 Pocket Edition from Sony. It's an ebook reader. It is the successor to their very popular 505 model. I thought I'd just display some of the capabilities. I mean, you can read books with it, set bookmarks, and it takes various formats, such as the Sony LRF format. It takes EPUB, it takes rich text file, PDF, and TXT. This is a book, Doctor Who. The screen is extremely crisp, as you can see, and actually this really does not do it justice to how crisp it is. It's really looking like paperback. The print you'd find in paperback. Nice and crisp, very nice display. See, page turns are fairly quick. You have different font sizes. It's very simple to increase the font. Usually, the first time you have to format a title. It takes a short period of time to do that, but afterwards the font increases are instantaneous. So it makes it larger. You can also, by holding down the font increase button, you can also switch over to landscape mode. It's really nice to have that one-click landscape. And this gets you even more font sizes. What's really nice and really surprising is the ability to look at PDFs. I mean, normal PDFs that have been OCR'd have had the text extracted from them. Those titles it handles very well. It can actually reflow the text to increase the font size. And what I'm about to show you is a comic book, though, an image-based PDF. And surprisingly enough, very surprising to me, it actually looks very well because the screen is so crisp. And the navigation is actually pretty easy too. So we'll go begin. It says to begin, hit 2. So hit the 2 button. Pretty easy. And pop it up. And the display, again, it doesn't really quite do justice to it on this recording, but it's very, very nice and crisp. Page turn time is not too bad. And the text is actually readable. I'm going to try and go in a little bit. Yeah, the fuzziness is due to my recorder. It's not due to the actual capabilities of the screen, because I was actually very shocked that I could read this. If you go over to another ebook reader, this time the PRS-300, looking back to back, it's actually not quite so clear. And of course, you have more issues with glare. The text bubbles are actually harder to read. I mean, some of these issues can be avoided if you turn the light, but still, it's difficult. Now, the page turning of the 700 is quicker, but it has a processor that's over twice as fast, and it also has a more advanced screen controller, and that actually increases the price a bit. But honestly, just for reading books, this is a really amazing device. And if you want to compare the size, it comes with a nice slip case instead of the hardcover. It's a light neoprene case, has the Reader logo embossed on it. And if you compare the size to a paperback novel, or paperback book in this case, It's actually smaller than a paperback. Look at that. Even an old science fiction paperback. Even an old science fiction paperback actually fits within the footprint of an old science fiction paperback. So it's very, very portable. It has a nice attachment for a wrist strap. Very thin, very light, and again, the screen is amazing. The screen is amazing. Despite the fact that it actually has a small screen in the 505, it's actually sharper, so it really makes a worthy replacement to the 505. And this is especially true because although it lacks an SD card reader, it has increased internal storage. So overall, I'm very, very happy with this. Very pleased that I got it. I've been looking for a e-reader that was truly pocketable, that I could just slip inside my pocket if I needed to carry something when I was out and about. And it was also lighter, so that would be easier to read when I'm not taking a walk. So I'm very, very pleased with the PRS-300. In addition to the slip, it comes with a USB cable and a startup guide. Those are all, all very nice. The startup manual doesn't quite have all the tips and tricks, but those should be available online if you look around. And again, it's actually very, very intuitive out of the box. Very intuitive interface, and it's quite nice.